Shalom, all praises, glories, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Wacha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth, as well as men of like mind. Shalom wa chasad, which means peace and mercy, to the elect of the nation of Israel, whom are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners of the seed line of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whom are scattered here in America, which is Babylon the Great, and abroad. To you I say Shalom and Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Ratazah. This lesson is edifying. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and should not be able. And we are entering into those times in where a man shall desire to go into a city, to go into another state, into another country, and should not be able because of all the heavy restrictions that these devils are about to reestablish and establish across the United States and across the world, especially after they have mandated their so-called vaccine, their CV-19 vaccine. And here's an example of a man that shall desire to go into a city but will not be able. Here is an example.
This is Dabu 7. A heads up for anyone that is looking to travel into NYC through New York or any of these other pockets where they're tracking people like rats. We've got de Blasio here unleashing COVID checkpoints across the area to catch and to fine NYC travelers who are violating their holiday quarantine. So this is very real. As millions of Americans are going to be out and about visiting friends and family, we've already seen instances where some of these characters are peering into people's windows with cameras. And in this instance, they say that the sheriff's office, which is a separate entity from the NYPD, will conduct spot checks. Whenever they see out-of-state buses dropping riders off at a curb, they're just going to roll up and just start doing spot checks. Also, anyone that has out-of-state and New York license plates, so any license plates, they're going to be randomly selecting you. They're going to have test and trace teams all over the place on the ground to help direct people to testing sites and also to re-educate them on the whole situation. Everything about quarantine and lockdowns. Now, New York has a statewide 14-day holiday quarantine that has been mandated for any travelers that want to come in there. They either have to show that they're negative via a test or they got a quarantine. And if you think you're going to try to get around this, well, apparently they got teams trying to hunt people down and all that. So a heads up here with all this. I'm going to break this down further into greater detail in the next live stream. This and a whole lot more. Make sure to join us over here on DLive. We talk about all the stuff they're censoring on these other platforms. The gloves come off. We break it down to the nitty gritty. And it's going down over here. Growing fast and a lot of action. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, over here on DLive. You'll find links below in the description box. Much love to all y'all. Keep your head up. Peace.
And so, as millions of Americans defy the CDC's warning not to travel for the holiday season, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio has once again dispatched police at key traffic checkpoints where his quarantine rules will be strictly enforced. New York City Sheriff Joseph Fusito said the sheriff's office, a separate entity from the New York Police Department, will conduct spot checks when out-of-state buses drop riders off at the curb and will also check cars with out-of-state and New York license plate. Test and trace teams will also be on the ground to help direct people to testing sites. Very interesting, while providing education about quarantine. So this is all being set up. This is all being staged for when they mandate that vaccine, because they said within 24 hours they want the entire population in the US to get vaccinated. Okay, and to the elect out there and to you Israelites out there, don't take that CV vaccine, man. Okay, we have to prepare our minds for what is to come and the consequences of not being a part of these devil system, because all roads ultimately lead to the mandation of the RFID microchip, which is a mark of the beast. And Esau is just simply using this as a vehicle to gradually transition into that, because their agenda, which is their New World Order agenda, is to cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. That mark is the RFID microchip, also known as the NFC chip implant in Europe. It is also known as a biochip implant. This is the mark of the beast. To you Israelites out there, do not take the mark of the beast. Do not take any vaccine, man. Okay, trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Lean unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for all that we need. Okay, to you that have been watching my channel, I've been, Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has been having me doing a little new mini-series entitled The Faithful's Integrity, to boost, to edify, and to strengthen our faiths. Because the times that we are about to enter into, we need to remember the things that are written. We need to remember the acts that the Lord had performed for our forefathers. Okay? When some of us are going to be thrown into concentration camps, we need to remember the act of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for our forefathers and through our forefathers. A great example of that is when the Lord had delivered our forefather, the Apostle Peter, out of prison. The Lord sent an angel and delivered Peter out of prison. He thought it was an actual dream, but it was reality. We had our forefather Daniel that was delivered from the lion's den. Okay, I did a lesson on that in yesterday's episode. Okay, we need to remember these things. But 2/3 of our people, the nation of Israel, right now they're in stress because they have no idea why all these things are happening. And to those that kind of do have an idea, they're still in a state of stress. They're still in a state of panic because they don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, which the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures will be the stability of the elect's time in the times of Jacob's trouble. Okay, so let's read back here in the book of 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 17. So it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Because the cities are going to be locked down. Okay, there will be checkpoints established. Okay, the bridges are going to be locked. In other words, they're going to be opened up, but that means that they're going to be locked so that you won't be able to drive across to another city or state. Okay, your local communities are going to be locked down. Everything is going to be restricted. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why is that? For because of their pride. See that? For because of their pride, because for so long the people have been proud because everything has been so readily accessible at their disposal. You can just get up and go to the store whenever you feel like. Go to the mall whenever you feel like, living in pride. Oh, no, nothing could happen over here. This is America, This is not a third world country. Everything's instant at our beck and call, you know? Pride. And because of their pride, because of their hubris, okay, acting as if they got it all, because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. And right now, the cities are troubled. Men are troubled, women are troubled, especially you women. And you proud women, man, out there, of the nation of Israel, the ones of you out there that are very extremely proud, that have been living deliciously and delicately, the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to bring great judgment, massive judgment on all y'all. Every single one last y'all. You see? Most High not going to care if you get big body or big press. None of that. You understand? Most High not going to care about none of that. But all your lovers that you've been curving, so-called curving and all that, Most High is going to have to wear those same lovers. And these devils too that are going to come now having great wrath. Most High is going to have it where those same lovers are going to be hunting you down, man, to rape you or ravish you. You are going to be in a very, very, very base estate, man, low estate in the times of Jacob's trouble. Least the Most High have mercy upon you by having you find a man of the Lord. Okay? And having the man of the Lord deal with you. But the majority of you that are of the 2/3, you're gonna be in some shit, man. The Lord is only gonna be, dealing with the humble sisters. The humble women out there, man. All you, the ones that are not seen much, the ones that actually try their best, the ones that are not famous. But it's coming. But anyway, it says, because of their pride, the city shall, I just have to say that through the Spirit. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And men will be afraid. Men's heart are going to fail them for fear for all the things that are going to come upon the earth, man, in the form of the 4 kinds that the Lord will establish over those, meaning the sinners of his people, that say that the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Little do they know that all of them, that is the sinners of the Lord's people, that is 2/3 of the nation of Israel, will die by the sword. Who is Esau, Edom, who will come down like a flood through his guerrilla troops, his martial law troops, his UN troops, his police forces, having great wrath upon the nation of Israel, because they know that they have but a short time. The Lord said in the book of Amos chapter 9 verse 10 that all the sinners of his people, meaning 2/3 of the nation of Israel, shall die by the sword, which say that the evil shall not overtake nor prevent them from doing what? From indulging in their wickedness, in their evils. Okay? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Why is that? Because it's going to get so bad. People are going to suffer from starvation. And that's another thing too that's been happening gradually. Food is beginning to run low. A scarcity is happening. And people are now beginning to slowly notice that. People are going to be robbing each other, murdering each other just for goods, just for safety, security. There's even going to be race wars, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. The pistol, the assault rifles, the grenade launchers, the machine guns, the modern day instruments of cruelty. Which those are the blessings of Esau Edom, the sword. And spoil their goods. Take all their food, take all their drink, their clothing, everything. Because of the lack of bread, see? And for great tribulation. So the time is coming, man. Time is coming, and Lord's willing, I'm of the elect as well as you brothers out there that listen and that do the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The Lord's going to preserve us and protect us. We have to have faith and believe that. Look at the generation of old and see, did any ever trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and was forsaken? No. And we know that it's easier said than done, but we have to have faith. Faith, man. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Until the next, Lord's willing. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem HaKakodash, Brakatham to the elect.